We was riding around. We used to ride around Altoona all the time. Nick had a 4-door Toyota pickup.
Big money, baby.
Just had put a lift on it. That day. But we're flying down the road in front of his house, and there's a field right before you get to the sewage pond in Altoona. So he yanks the truck off the road, pulls the e-brake, and we start spinning around in this field. Well, the back tire rolls off the rim. Here we go. Digs in. I ain't buckled up, so I got a death grip on this foam handle.
And it's slow motion.
And we're flipping, and I can feel that handle. I mean, I can feel it tearing. I'm like, ain't no way. At this time, I weighed about 290, probably. And I'm holding that thing with everything I got. And it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Hayden Alabama Podcast. We're Southern Storytellers. I'm Philip.
I'm Shane.
I'm Nick.
I'm Brandon.
These two fellas have drove all the way from a metropolis here in Alabama called Mountaintop. Some of you guys may know it by the flea market that's been up there.
The booming metropolis.
We didn't miss many Sundays, but every now and then
you did. You slip out.
We'd slip and go up to Mountaintop for Sunday. Flea market.
They is more preached out of the pulpit about Mountaintop Flea Market than there's anything in this county.
Really, y'all preached about that?
Boy, they preached again that. Now we in Blount County here.
I never heard it out of the pulpit.
You don't
it may have been preached those Sundays that we were at Mountaintop.
Yeah, it's probably when they was preaching. You don't miss Sunday to go to Mountaintop.
It was rare. But every now and again we'd go up there for a Sunday.
At some point in time.
So you don't go on vacation ever?
I'm just telling you.
I done gotten them guts on that one. Did you see that? The air sunk out of him.
I wasn't the one preaching.
Okay. But you the one throwing rocks.
Philip just like going to get them corn dogs.
Hey, man, you get some fried stuff
I just
up there.
assumed eat 20 corn dogs. I had anything.
Hey, one thing that I always did get was peanuts. He'd make those, not the boiled peanuts. They would be the roasted. I'd always have me a brown bag of roasted peanuts if I went up there. They were so good. But we also have, along with a lot of good stories tonight, we've titled this,
Ask yourself, is this stupid?
Ask yourself, is this stupid?
Yeah.
I love it. And that's probably going to be indicative to the kind of stories that you're going to have. These are just good country stories, really light, a lot of laughs tonight. And Shane has an announcement.
I got an announcement.
Yeah, but you ain't going to tell it right now. Y'all don't have to wait to hear about that. But without further ado, Brandon, tell us our first story.
All right, so in school, we went to West End. Well, neither one of us played basketball, but we were at every game. So in school, they called me Wobbles, which a lot of people still do.
Okay.
I'm not real sure why, but I wobble when I walk, I'm sure. But
I always heard Weebles wobbles, but they don't fall down.
Well, I fell down. I wasn't a Weeble wobble.
He was a Timu wobble.
So we were at every game cheering on our team.
Yeah.
So all the basketball players loved us. So they called me Wobbles. Cheerleaders got together, made a big sign, hung it up on the student section. So the student section, we were called the Wob Mob. So we were there every game making fun of the other team. I mean,
I love that about basketball. It's intimate.
I mean, we were ruthless.
It was kind of like Mike's Maniacs back in the 2000s with Alabama, you know?
Okay.
It was kind of like that.
So,
it was epic.
One of our biggest rivals was Gaston. Not Gadsden, but Gaston, like in North Gadsden.
Yeah.
Gaston.
So they had a couple guys on that team that could dunk. This is back in 2003.
No, that was 02.
02, 03.
It was the fall of 02. It might have been that spring of 03.
Well, they could dunk.
Anyway.
Well, we done got it in our head.
We're going to get hung up over 02 or 03.
And they ain't going to dunk on us.
Yeah.
No.
So they did that night. So me and Nick gets together with another guy. He's like, what are we going to do? I was like, well, we were playing at West End. I was like, it's a long ride back to Gaston. And that school bus is going to go 5 miles an hour the whole way.
And we were sore about it.
So we had 3 of us.
Planning revenge.
Nick and another guy's in the front. I'm in the back. We take off. Well, we're waiting on the school bus. They take off, and we got them blocked in 5 mile an hour down Highway 278. So we get to Dog Hill there before you get to Mountaintop on 270. We're still going 5 miles an hour. I come around the bus, so at this point, we're all three in the front. We're still going 5 miles an hour. We get to where 132 comes in. We pass about 5 county cars, and they're getting it. And every one of them locks it down in the middle of the highway. And we knew then they was there for us. So we take off Nick, and the other guy shoots this way. I shoot this way, and I'm running as fast. I had a little Nissan hardbody. I still got it. And I'm running as fast as that truck will go down these back roads. I'm like, well, I better stop. They're going to catch me. So I stop. The police gets out, and he's shaking. He got guns sticking right in my head. And he's, put your hands up.
And pulled up.
Oh, yeah. He was fired up. Well, the bus driver, she had called the law. They thought we were trying to hijack the school bus. I mean, this was 2002, 2003. If it was now, we would be in prison, probably, But anyway, so I got the assistant district attorney to Etowah County's son in the truck with me. He was my neighbor. And so
that didn't turn out good.
He gets me for reckless driving and all kind of stuff that night.
Reckless at 5 miles an hour?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was. And then he gets stuck in the ditch and asked me to push him out. Where he can get out. I'm like, yeah, sure. You just held a gun to my head. I'll get you out of the ditch. Don't shoot me.
He is just mad.
So we go home that night, and I'm like, they all ran, turned their lights off. They got that way because the police followed me. And so the next day at school, I get there. We all think it's funny. I got a ticket, but it was fun. Well, they start calling us in the office one by one. And they'd got all of our tag numbers that night. They want me to rat everybody out, but I wouldn't. Anyway, they got our tag numbers. They got us all in the office that was involved in it. All of our parents had to come up there. It was a big ordeal. We couldn't park on school property the rest of the year.
That's pretty firm.
Yeah,
we got suspended for 3 days. And we had to go apologize to their whole school.
Faculty and student body right in their gymnasium. They marched us in there right in front of a mic, and we had to come up with this little speech about what we had to do. But the crazy part about it is
they called an assembly.
Oh yeah, we got on the school bus and we took a field trip.
Yeah, we took a field trip. The principal and the coach of the basketball team, we said, "Hey, can we stop at Mountaintop? We need something to drink, to eat. We ain't gonna get lunch." So we all went in there and bought some dip and chips, something to drink.
They called an assembly at Gaston High School.
Yeah. We all went. We had apologies wrote up. So before we got off the bus, they wanted to read our apologies. Well, everybody had sincere apologies, but one guy, and his was, he was giving it to them.
Ooh.
And so they made him rewrite his, but he was like, if they wouldn't have called it, he was about to get up there and say, I can't help it. Y'all can't take a joke and all this kind of stuff. So we all read our apologies and everybody clapped and it was like, oh, yeah. And everybody was happy. Well, the guy riding with me was the only one there that wouldn't drive, and he was just in the truck with me. Well, he went last. He read his apology and the whole place booed him. And all the basketball players on the front row like cussing him. And
really?
Yeah. He's like, I wasn't even driving.
Yeah. He's just along for the ride.
Yeah, he's just there. So that
did you ever have in-school suspension?
Well, I want to learn what did you learn? Did you learn anything from this experience?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That the assistant DA whose son was involved in the deal pretty much wanted to teach us a real lesson.
Yeah.
He did.
Did y'all ever do it again?
No.
Now I would have though, probably if they'd dunked on us again.
But the local policeman there at in the city, he'd pick us up at the park and take us to school.
His name was Earl Fowler. He's dead now, but he was the only Walnut Grove police. Every morning he'd meet us there at the park, but we had to park because we couldn't be on the property, and he'd put us in the back of the police car and take us up to school.
Give you a ride in. Well, that's good of him.
It's courier
because
service.
You couldn't park on school
It was
property.
Uber before Uber.
Yeah, that's right. Now, your question, have I ever gotten in-school suspension?
Yeah.
Never.
I think we talked about that before.
Yeah. I did.
I think that was maybe we talked about it with Mac. Did we talk about that with Mac?
I can't remember. I know you were surprised that I didn't.
I was surprised that you had not.
I had that one encounter, but Miss Standers
threw in
she alleviated
she walked
the situation
and then saved you.
Yeah, well, I had to go to her office, but
wasn't the same standards we had.
Probably not.
I don't know.
PE teacher?
No. I think she taught English before she got administration.
Oh.
So y'all got suspended. You didn't get in school suspension. You got suspended.
We can
3
do
days
that.
at the house.
And my granddaddy was he was best friends with the district attorney. And he called him, he said, I think his name was James Hedgepath that time.
It was.
And he said, Mr. James, them boys is acting crazy, but they good boys now.
They good boys. They just made a little mistake.
Lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised here because
we didn't think.
I'm not feeling the magnitude of this error that y'all made.
No,
I think that y'all got a bad shake on that.
A bad shake, dude. There was I had probably 2 or 3 state troopers after the fact that told me, said, if I would have made it there in time, I mean, this is like months down the road, you know. He said, if I'd have made it there in time, you'd heard the jail door slam. And I was like, well, I guess I'm that lucky.
They wanted us to go to driving school and
Oh, yeah. It was bad.
Does that surprise you, or am I the only one surprised?
I mean, I'm still trying to understand the real.
Nobody's hurt.
No, nobody's hurt. But we stopped we literally had a parade
oh yeah, they had a
of
line.
cars behind the bus.
A convoy.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, we got out of there. I got out of there. As soon as I seen him,
you were ducking and dodging.
Yeah, I had a Toyota Tacoma, and I turned the lights off and hit the county road because I knew him. And
why on earth would they think anybody would want to hijack a high school?
What, do you want a bunch of stinky basketball players? Congratulations.
You go win some Air Jordans?
Yeah.
Stinky Air Jordans?
Yeah, some athlete's feet.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Basketballs on that bus.
Well, give us another one.
I'll never forget this one. Me and him lived beside each other for a couple, 3 years, maybe.
Unintentionally. We didn't know we were buying property beside each other.
Yeah, I mean, just like right side by side. It was like, friends from school, and then we buy this property. And so I move in, and they live in a trailer, and I guess Mallory made him buy a new trailer, but in the process, they bought a storage building. And they were going to put all their stuff in the storage building, and they got this new trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And they were going to move everything into the new trailer after they got the new trailer in. Well, I was helping them move out, and I'm pretty much clumsy, And was we moving out or moving in?
Moving out.
We was moving out. And you know how, like, at your wedding, there was like a fad where you would pour the sand, the bride and the groom would pour sand.
Oh, yeah.
It was sacred.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
sacred.
it is definitely a sacred moment.
I spilled the sand.
Yeah.
I spilled the sand.
Oh.
Next thing you know, it's all in the shed floor. He's over, I'll get it up.
And now there's sand and sawdust and beetles and everything else together.
Yeah. It was a wild time back then.
Did your wife ever find out about it?
Oh, she was
she's
standing
saying
there. She wasn't happy.
Take us there. Take us to the response. That's just exactly what did that cause in your life?
Oh, a lot.
Absolutely. You really downplayed that there just for a second.
I'm like, it's okay. Our life's mixed up now. We're one.
Yeah.
I was like, he done us a favor.
It's a better representation.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, it
she
ain't
didn't say it that way.
No.
Do you still have the jar of sand?
I don't think we even got it anymore. We are still married, so
that's more important.
I got one.
15 years this year.
I got a moving story after Shane.
Oh, Lord.
When you have your wedding ceremony, you normally have a cake.
Yeah.
Afterwards. And
for standards,
supposedly, you're supposed to keep the top portion of the cake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You will freeze it.
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And at your 1 year anniversary, you're supposed to take it out and I guess eat it.
Try to eat it.
Yeah, we done that.
You did that.
Good old freezer burn cake.
I didn't know my wife had kept the cake.
Shocker.
She She had kept the cake. I found it in the freezer.
Before the 1 year.
Before the 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
And if there's anything that my wife will tell you about me, I can't stand for things to just be in the refrigerator. Like if it's out of date by a few days.
Did you date it?
It's going out.
Oh yeah, he dated it.
I dated it. I knew exactly when the cake was done, right? This cake has been here almost a year. What are we doing with this? Exited the freezer, entered the garbage can.
Savage.
The 1 year anniversary comes around.
She didn't see it in the garbage when you.
She didn't know it.
So, all right, now you've set me up. Take me to the freezer moment. I can hear it open.
On her anniversary, she said, "Oh, we've got to eat the cake."
And that's when it hit you.
Yeah.
All the color left my face. Said the cake.
That's how you always like. Shane, if y'all want to know something about him, if he ever says or repeats exactly what you just said, he's fixing to lie to you. He's fixing to lie to you. And that's giving him time to come up with whatever he's going to say.
I probably do that too. So
Yeah.
I'm not throwing stones at him, but I've been around him so long.
That man know me.
If he ever looks at me and goes, don't you lie to me.
Don't you lie to me, boy. Don't you lie. So the cake. Yes, the cake, our anniversary. It's tomorrow, and we're gonna eat that cake.
You get the white one, the top layer that's uncut.
You know exactly what cake I'm talking about. And I said, I don't think we'll be eating that cake. And that's when all the color left her face, and then returned, and she just turned red. Started steaming out. Yeah, she was mad, very mad. She said, you threw our cake away, didn't you? And I said, yes, I did. I threw the cake away.
Oh, my Lord.
And that was very early on in obviously 1 year in.
Do the math.
That was very challenging.
1 year.
Do the math. But we made it through somehow or another. I think what I did is I said, look, we'll just go make a cake. Like we'll make our own cake. Take her top hat. Everything was fine.
So you got that ranch is better than a 1 year old freezer burnt cake.
I would never forget that feeling of she's looking for that cake that I threw away about 2 months ago.
What you should have done is
guys, here's your lesson. If you're before 1 year married,
that's right,
and you get in the freezer
and you find the cake,
that top layer.
Leave it
alone.
Don't throw it away.
Do not throw it away. You're talking about the moving. We were going to move from our first house to our second house, and we purposely left one humongous piece of furniture for the last thing because we didn't want to pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how you get at the end of a move, very few things really will test your process of sanctification in the moving a house.
Mm-hmm.
We had gotten everything out of the house, and there stands a china cabinet, 2 stories. It's a 2-piece. It's got the bottom piece with the doors, the drawers, flat top, and then we got the top piece. It's probably 8 feet, when it's sitting on top of the other, glass, everything. It's completely emptied out, though. And I had my dad over there who was at that time probably early 60s, early to mid 60s. And he was helping me move. And I was working out back then. I mean, I look jacked today, but I was really jacked then, And
really jacked.
I told Daddy, I said, we can do it. We can get it out in one piece.
You can do it.
And Dad's just looking at me like, son, you're crazy. I knew I had my end, though. We lift that thing up.
You put this on you, Daddy.
Oh, Lord.
And we start getting away from the wall and headed towards the door. And that top piece turned into a banana peel.
Oh, Lord.
And she started sliding. And Daddy couldn't
get up,
lift it up to stop the gravity, what it was doing, on down into the sheetrock and all the way down. Now, but it didn't break, which was a miracle.
The glass didn't break.
The top did not break. I think the sheetrock broke its fall all the way down,
Just caught it.
So we, at that point, probably did what we should have done the first time. We took the top piece out and then came back in and got the bottom piece and then took it out. But we had one more little gift to do before we moved out of the house.
Fix that sheetrock.
Fix and repaint that sheetrock before we got to move.
You pass that inspection is what you had to do, didn't you?
But that's a lesson that I think all of us have to learn over and over and over and over again. Just because you can think you save 5 minutes can turn into 5 hours.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened that day.
Especially when you're understaffed. You were understaffed.
I was understaffed that day. Yeah. I love you, Daddy, though. I mean, and he was doing the best he could do. But it was on me. Mm-hmm. We should have done it.
You'd have been understaffed if it was me and you doing it.
Yeah. You had to dig deep, get it up for sure. Well, y'all tell us another one.
Are you in trouble? Well, we hope you're not. But just in case you are, we know a good lawyer. Whitney Island here in Hayden, Alabama has law services. Or maybe if you're not from Hayden, I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from you. So check her out at islandlaw.com. We appreciate Whitney and her sponsoring the show.
Okay, so we was riding around. We used to ride around Altoona all the time. Nick had a 4-door Toyota pickup.
Big money, baby.
Just had put a lift on it. That day. It's me and him and one of our other friends, Daniel. We're riding around. Well, me and Daniel was on third shift at the steel company in Atala together. Nick said, what time y'all got to be at work? We said, about 11. He said, y'all got time then? I was like, yeah, I didn't understand what he's wanting time for. But we're flying down the road in front of his house, and there's a field right before you get to the sewage pond in Altoona. So he yanks the truck off the road, pulls the e-brake, and we start spinning around in this field. Well, the back tire rolls off the rim. Here we go. Digs in.
Flat.
Here we go. And them Toyotas, what model was it?
04.
The 04, they got them real thick foam handles in them. I ain't buckled up. So I got a death grip on this foam handle.
And it's slow motion.
And we're flipping, and I can feel that handle. I mean, I can feel it tearing. I'm like, ain't no way. At this time, I weighed about 290 probably. And I'm holding that thing with everything I got. And it comes loose. It comes loose about the time the truck lands on the driver's side, and he's in the driver's seat. All I remember is the handle coming loose, me going across the truck and hearing him go, when I hit him.
That 290 from off the top
road, off the top road. So we're laying there on the side, and I'm trying to crawl off of him. And I can't get out of the truck. I get the door pushed up.
Oh, my goodness.
I ain't got nothing to stand on to get out of the truck but the center console. So I stand on the center console and break it. Well, the whole time I'm getting out, he's dogging me about his door handle and the center console. I'm saying, man, you just flipped the truck.
Yeah,
that's beside the point.
Your center console
ain't a problem. But you totaled it.
Yeah. We looked. Yeah,
I mean, it was fixed. It was fixable until you got out of the truck.
We looked in the back seat, and our buddy, he's just sitting there like, is you okay? And he's like, yeah. He gets out. We call his cousin. He flies from Montana to come to Altoona. We hook a chain to it, yank it back over, put the spare tire on it, and here comes the Altoona Fire Department. And we're sitting out there in the field, and they show up, and they're like, you okay? We're like, yeah. Why? And they said, somebody said there's a truck flipped out here and there's people crawling out of it. We was like, nah, we just had a flat tire. But they didn't see the driver's side.
Just had a flat tire.
So we put the spare on it, took it to the service station, blowed the other tire back on the rim, put it on, went home. And I'm pretty sure you told your parents a deer came out of the woods. Oh. And I hope you've told them different.
I don't know. What happened to your truck,
He said, deer come out of the woods and hit it in the front and run all the way down the driver's side.
Just run down. It climbed in the truck and broke my door and my center console.
How you explain that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was literally.
Well, the truth's out now.
I don't even know.
I mean, you used to could go down through there and you could be running like 50 or 60.
Yeah, that's before we put a lift on the truck.
Yeah, and you could yank the e-brake, son. She just fun.
It was fun. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You didn't ever learn from Walt Thomas. No, before you act, you have to ask yourself this question: is this stupid? If the answer is yes, you don't do it.
Yeah, we never.
You didn't ask that question.
No.
Hey, there's one thing, like my uncle's always told me, he's like, why'd you do that? I said, I don't know. Why does all this stuff always happen to me? You know?
We never asked that
starts
question.
up here.
Yeah,
It all starts right there.
Yeah,
I've never heard anybody say I needed to ask that question until now.
Hey, buddy, it saved you a lot of headache.
Man, where have you been?
I don't know, but I should have known you like 2003, apparently.
He's going to let your last 40 be lived with less heartache.
Oh,
You
You'll
can thank me
follow
for that.
Yeah.
You ever been to Walnut Grove?
I'm sure that I have, but I got one more question about this.
sorry.
So you put the lift on the truck and then just forget to screw the lug nuts back on.
No.
no,
The tire blows off the
blows
rim.
off the rim.
It catches, the tire blows
As
off.
we're sliding sideways.
And as we're sliding sideways, the rim catches the ground. And inertia throws her on the side. And I'm telling you, dude, 290 hitting you from the top rope.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you learn that word?
Inertia.
He looked it up before he came.
Yeah.
He
290.
brought 5 big words on tonight. That's the first
Inertia was
one.
going to be one
But
of the used.
To be laying, looking up, looking out the window, you passenger side door, and
Can't breathe.
can't breathe, and you're like, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
I gotta get him out before I can get out. And our buddy is with us. We always called him Perigo. That's his last name. Everybody has a last name, so that was their nickname around us. So he goes, "You idiots! We got to get out of here." I said, "You're telling me I got to get him off of me?" And he's broke my door handle and my console.
And the console. And this is a brand new Toyota for a young man. I know you're proud of it.
Oh yeah, my daddy made a deal with me when I was very young about it. When I first got that truck, so out there at Gaston, around that area, the Coosa Christian used to be out there in that area.
We're talking about Gaston again.
Yeah, we're going back on that route. So I was kind of a wild kid back in those days, and my daddy and mom, they told me, said, "Look, you're going to either have to straighten up or we're going to move you to Coosa Christian." And I guess Coosa Christian back then was like where all the outlaws went. But now they moved it over there across from Gadsden High School. And so I said, man, I cannot get suckered into this. I got to stay at the school. My buddies are there.
I'm staying public, baby.
Yeah, I'm staying public. I ain't going over there. And
Where the rest of the sinners are.
yeah.
Ain't going to this Christian school.
No.
My dad's a preacher. I hear it enough.
Yeah. So I told
If
him,
I hear another sermon.
he said, I tell you what, he said, if you'll get a scholarship, I thought, all right, and you'll graduate with a class that you started out with and not get suspended, I'll buy you a new truck. And I thought, yeah, this is it. I'm 13, 14-year-old, and I'm like, all right, I got to do something to get this new truck.
I get my life right.
Yeah. So
I got to start listening to this.
I graduate with a class, but if you go back to the beginning of this, I did get suspended, but I didn't bring that back up. I didn't remind him of that part. And so he bought me the truck after I got the scholarship. Y'all are never going to believe what the scholarship was.
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Underwater basket weaving.
Choir.
I was the Sneed State softball manager.
Well, there you go.
My last guess was going to be mascot.
It's needs date.
Yeah. So I was the water boy,
Gaston High School.
and I caught for the pitchers and hit to the outfield. So I got a scholarship and a new truck. So
Whatever it takes.
But I was kind of heck on that truck.
Yes, sir.
That was the same model Toyota I had.
It's it's probably the favorite truck.
Oh, it is.
I don't
cannot
know.
believe
It's a
I
nice
got
truck.
rid of it.
I love that truck. And then you also had a 2003, 2002 GMC 2500.
That was a sharp truck too. But
I don't
I
know why I got rid of that truck.
that was stupid. I'll tell you why I got rid of the Toyota. I went and checked under the hood one day, and I thought the water pump was leaking. And I was like, oh no.
You just had the air conditioner on.
I don't know. I was a kid. I was a kid. And I was like, this thing's about to blow up. And I was like, I'm going to trade it in. I went and traded that. I cannot believe I tried. I don't have many life regrets.
Was it the condensation on the air conditioner?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. Hey, look, I'm not a mechanic. Y'all can get on me all you want. But you ain't a mechanic either, so don't act like, don't get over and give me all these. No, look at me like
every fingernail.
all cross-eyed like you somebody. But
I'm better than you.
Ain't no better than me. But I did. That is a life regret. I don't have many, but that is one of them.
Did I tell my latest mechanic story?
I hadn't heard it. I'd love to hear it.
Y'all want to hear a mechanic story?
Go ahead.
Sometimes I make decisions that probably aren't best for me. Well, one of them is I don't have a diesel fuel can, but I do have 2 gas cans.
That's right.
They're both red, 5 gallons, identical.
Yeah.
Well, I had a system. And my system was the gas can on the right was ethanol-free gasoline. The gas can on the left was diesel fuel.
That's no right on it.
No. Don't write. That's a good system.
Yeah, don't write on it.
No, it's a good system. I like it.
Well, I needed to fill my lawnmower up before I took off to cut grass that day. Pick that gas can up, and I don't have a lid for it, so I just had the napkins wadded up and stuffed down. Pulled that out, and I smelled it, and I said, gasoline, 100%.
100%. Know that.
Douche. 3 gallons in there. When I pulled the nozzle out of the tank, the waft came out.
Not 100%.
It's diesel fuel.
Ooh.
100%. There was no doubt. And then I smelled the can.
Was it dyed?
No.
You bought the
on road.
You bought the on road?
We don't have off road available.
Yeah,
here
I don't
in
know where
Hayden,
you can even
Alabama.
find that around here.
It's the same price now, pretty much.
I do.
Well, I was at a crossroads then. Yeah, I ain't gonna crank that thing. I said, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the gas can off, unplug the hose because I'm a mechanic, pour the tank out.
Yeah,
Go
we'll
on.
fix this problem.
Those bolts that go in the gas tank on a Skag, you can't remove them. You can twist on them all day long. I could still be twisting on it right now and they wouldn't be coming out. So what do? Turn to YouTube. There's a YouTube video for everything. You know how many YouTube videos there are for removing a Skag gas tank?
There's one. There's fixing to be a new one.
No,
Zero.
there ain't going to be none because it don't come off.
It don't come off. 0 videos. So I called the Skag place and said, hey, what do y'all do when somebody pours diesel fuel besides laugh at them? And they said, well, we get a shop vac and we run that hose down in there and we vacuum all the diesel fuel out, put gas back in it and send them on. I said, well, I got a shop vac, so I pulled it out in the driveway, and did all that, got it all undone. I said, just for good measure, I pour some gas in there, shake it, vacuum it out one more time. And then I did something that was very intelligent after I did all the mechanic work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get ready. Take a seat.
I'm ready.
I went and filled both of those gasoline cans full of gasoline.
There you go. Non-ethanol.
And I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Those are gasoline.
Those are gasoline cans with gasoline in them.
So you got a yellow one now.
No, I'm just kind of
don't need
mad at
diesel
diesel
that
fuel
often.
at the moment.
You need an old 5-gallon hydraulic bucket for your diesel fuel.
Yeah.
So there's a takeaway, guys. Just because you think you have a good system, if you're mixing gasoline and diesel in gasoline cans, it don't matter how good your system is, it can fail.
I really think the failure came in the system.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them.
A Sharpie marker would have worked.
Well, then what if I ever wanted to put gas back in it?
Mark it out. There's plenty of room on the
Scratch
side.
out. This is now gas.
Well, just know that this guy has learned a lesson, and I'm a better mechanic for it.
I would like to know how the system failed.
My nose.
No.
My old factory system
No.
failed.
How did the
right,
system
left.
fail? Right, left system fail.
Yeah.
You know I don't have a memory.
But he's got a nose.
No.
Y'all ever watch Finding
moving
Nemo?
that to the left.
Y'all ever watch Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
Dory.
Dory.
Yeah.
You know, she don't know what happened 5 minutes ago. That's what I live with every day.
Me too.
Make fun of me.
Is that brain fog?
No. Here's the bad thing. If I ever get dementia or Alzheimer's, that's going to be one of the hardest diagnoses they ever have. They won't even know it. It's going to be like, baseline is pretty bad. You know.
So you don't remember moving again?
Obviously, I got the one on the left and poured it in there. But I did sniff it. I did everything that I could do. I was in a hurry. Another problem.
He failed his own system.
So now but now that system's over.
Oh man, that's funny.
You gonna set us on fire because of it?
Good Lord. You better watch out. He might have some diesel fuel or gas.
He was mowing, so he's probably got fumes on him.
I just had to get rid of that.
And tell us another one.
Speaking of mechanicing, of course, I mechanic a lot on big trucks and at work sometimes, but you know.
Oh, real mechanic.
I wouldn't say that.
He is.
I'm a parts changer, maybe. Anyway.
I got some work for you to do right out here whenever.
So, when the Fast and the Furious movies came out, around 01, we were 16.
The original?
The original
That's
one.
the great
First
one.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Walker.
Yeah. So I got the Nissan hardbody that I said I had, and I still got it, but still loud. So we all went to watch that movie, Fast and Furious, the first one. I was 16. My dad had bought me this truck. Now it ain't that nice of a truck. When I was 16, it was clean. It was a nice little truck. We went and watched that movie, and we came home, and I was like, man, I got to do something to make my truck sound like them cars on that movie. I got it in the garage.
I gotta have that.
I gotta have that. I want that. You want
that bobbin'.
So I found saws
Tokyo Drift, baby,
in the garage, and I'm out there and I'm hacking that thing. Well, I got smart. I thought I'd do this right. I'll stop, get AutoZone, get me a piece of flex pipe, and put in there where that muffler went. I cut that muffler off, stuck that flex pipe in there with a hose clamp. Buddy, I had something, man. You talking about a straight pipe 4-cylinder Nissan?
Pipe.
You couldn't ride in the cab of it.
Oh, you could.
Not without smiling. So I'm out there and my dad comes out and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm cutting the muffler off my truck. Have you seen Fast and the Furious?"
You seen the girls they get on Fast and the Furious with them mufflers?
I'm gonna go down to Walnut Grove Quick Stop and I'm gonna be something.
So to this day, I still drive that truck to work and it's still missing the muffler.
Wow.
Y'all, now this thing.
That's legendary.
Oh, it's a legendary sound.
I wish you'd have drove it today.
I wish you would.
He wanted me to.
Yeah, you got to drive
It's
that.
beat all to pieces now.
Oh, it's
Just right.
Oh, hey, we do got the story about that. So we, at the same time when we was younger, everybody had a four wheeler.
Yeah.
I mean, we rode four-wheelers. I mean,
yeah.
Y'all was the same way,
Mm-hmm.
And everybody got into those racing four-wheelers. You jump stuff and ride and everything. Our buddy Kyle, he all time doing stunts on his, just doing crazy stuff. And I don't know how we got into it, but somebody said, "Kyle, you can't jump the Nissan."
So
and I got my video camera.
Gravel pile.
We found a gravel pile that the city had piled up. And Kyle hit that gravel pile, just kind of, wearing it out real good, getting a good approach, And I said, I got my video camera and I'm videoing. And I said, put the Nissan right there and he's going to jump it. We're going to get on video,
Full send.
Yeah, full send.
We thought.
And
No, you didn't think that through.
yeah.
No, we didn't ask that question.
No, exactly. Was this stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Kyle gets it. And I said, Kyle's got on a helmet and everything. I said, dude, you're going to have to hit this now. You're going to have to do it.
Don't let off that throttle.
He hits.
Hammer down.
Hammers down. He lets off a throttle about mid-jump.
Oh, I got scared.
The back tire caught the bed.
Oh.
And when it did, that back tire's still spinning and it launches that four-wheeler out from underneath him and kicks him back.
He hits the ground.
He hits the ground. He's got a concussion.
Oh,
I got this on video.
Solid concussed.
Oh yeah.
If he had a concussion, he jumped the Nissan with one.
Yeah.
Because it made him mad. He jumped back on that four-wheeler and took off and hit it as hard as he could hit it.
one time was not enough. That's not the end of the
He
story.
could have cleared 2 Nissans.
Yeah, he cleared it. Just it made him so mad when he got hit.
We're about to have problems if he hit my Nissan again.
What the bed of that truck look like?
I just barely caught the edge of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the dent's probably still there, but you can't.
Our buddy Kyle had a Scottsdale. We was going to try to get him to jump Scottsdale, but
Didn't do that.
yeah, he would have been in the bed.
He was good with a mid-size. He ain't going full size.
No, he couldn't go jacked up.
I got a buddy that's probably the best Shade Street mechanic on a four-wheeler you ever seen. Oh, Bo.
Bo. Does everybody have a
His
Bo?
last name. You always
Bo
get on
G?
to me. Bo G. Bo Dizzle.
Boji.
He come over one day. I had a brand new Honda Rancher I just bought.
What, electric shift?
Electric shift.
Oh yeah.
And I was taking care of that thing. I was
420.
babying it.
420.
And he said, you ought to uncork that thing. I said, uncork
The
it.
four-wheeler? Or we done got something else?
The four-wheeler. Okay. The four-wheeler. And I said, I ought to uncork it. He said, yeah, I know how to do that. Ain't nothing to it. I said, well, I don't know nothing about corked or uncorked. I said, it just does just fine for me working on the farm here. That's all I need it for. Just ride around. Oh, no, that thing will fly if you get it uncorked. He said, it's like 2 screws. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, it's just right the muffler. He said, those engineer, well, he used some very colorful words. Engineers don't want them to go fast. So they got it all choked down in the muffler.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, uncork it. I don't care.
Uncork
it. He said, I'll do it. And I said, do it.
What are you waiting on?
I dare you. I dare you. I was in there watching you. Well, he said, well, go get me a screwdriver. I said, all right. So I went and got him a screwdriver, and he went to work. And I thought, well, this will be done in no time.
2
It's
screws?
2 screws. No time.
You could even get that done.
I could have done that. And that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
He's confident. I'm not so confident. Well, anyway, he got back here and he just unscrewing screws and clanging around, banging around. And 3.5 hours later, we still ain't uncorked. 3.5 hours. And
3.5 minutes.
He kept on. He kept on. I just got to get this one more screw. I just can't get this screw out. I said, man, hey, it ain't that big a deal. Like, we'll put the other 2 that you did take out back in, and we'll just leave it corked. Like, I'm okay with it being corked. No, you want it uncorked. I said, okay. He went, and next time I come out, he's got that screwdriver that far in the muffler, just wailing with a hammer.
He's just
Just hammering on it. And I said, Bo,
You better modify.
yeah, he was doing a little modification now, and I really hadn't signed up for that. Finally, he gets it uncorked, and I looked at the back of that muffler, and it looked like a beaver with a chainsaw had taken hold to it. There's a hole it used to be a hole that big.
Oh yeah.
There's a hole that big now, and it's all frayed out. He said, I got it. And I said, yeah, sounds good.
Did.
He cranked that bad boy off, and wham, off he went. And he went to jumping terrace roads up here. That is a no-no on the Thomas farm. There ain't no terrace roads to be ever jumped. Walt hears the four-wheeler, and he hears it revving up, and he comes out on the porch, and it ain't 30 seconds he's calling. What are you doing? Are you on that four-wheeler? No, sir. Well, who in the world acting like an idiot out there on the 4th jumping there terrace road we got out there? I said, well, Daddy, gonna cause erosion. Yeah. They're gonna kill himself. I said, well, it's Bo. He's uncorked my four-wheeler. He's just showing me how good it was.
It's uncorked.
He's testing out that uncork.
Man, and it, to this day, I can get a picture. I'll get a picture of it so you can put it in the podcast of that muffler. Still uncorked.
That same one.
Same one, sitting right up there.
He'd have called me. I'd let him borrow that sawzall.
that would have been
saved
much better.
him a ton of time.
Ton of time. 3.5 hours. Uncorked two screws.
Now I'm going to tell a similar story, but a lot quicker than you did.
Sorry about that. It took a little time.
My Kawasaki 80, I told you a couple of weeks ago, I told a story about my grandfather riding it and learning a lesson. But when we bought it, it had a funnel for a muffler. I mean, it went from I don't know why, but I mean, it went from like this down to like this, on the very end. And it just kind of Well, I done found the end of the throttle, and my grandfather knew that. And he said, "Boy, you ready for a little more power?" And I said, "Yes, sir." "What are you asking? Is that a question?" Now, literally, he did take 2 screws out in about 30 seconds and just remove the funnel. I'll never forget the first time he cranked that thing up. I thought that he had brought me a brand new Harley. That thing said, bop, 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 bop. And I was like, whoa, that's awesome, man.
You ready to go.
I got on that thing and stood on that throttle like I'd been standing on it. And I'm telling you, it had a noticeable power difference. And I thought, what other mods can we do to this thing? It was I rode around with a little blood trickling out of my ears the rest of the days, but man, it really had the power then. So I believe your story is true.
It's true. I have 100%. Just the modification was much more in depth than what Obo Dizzle told me.
Was that an 80 of 2-stroke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the power band.
Was it by taking the funnel off of it?
No, I don't know.
No, you uncorked it.
I uncorked it. Or Papa uncorked it. Yeah, that was the best thing. It was awesome, man. It was just so loud, man. You couldn't sneak up on a dead person.
I had a YFZ 450 four-wheeler. Fast, back 2006, it's the fastest four-wheeler they made. Everybody had the racing four-wheelers. I was like, I'm gonna one up that. I'm gonna get me the fastest one they got.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought one of them. It was loud. I put exhaust on it. And I didn't uncork it. I put an exhaust on.
I got you. You from West End?
Yeah, they much more higher class.
Yeah, I had that exhaust money.
Yeah, that's right.
Exhaust money.
So we was riding over that Rock Bridge, place we used to all ride in Gallant and over the mountain from Altoona. And we used to ride on the roads everywhere. I mean, I'd ride my four-wheeler down Highway 132 from Mountaintop Trade over where I lived to Altoona and hang out. We'd all been over there riding that day. And we was coming back. And at this time, I don't know what I was doing. I might not have been doing what I should have been doing, but I was coming back. Guy behind me, I don't really remember. He said I just slumped over. Well, y'all probably never been over Tumbling Gap Mountain from Altoona. It's like a hairpin curve mountain.
Been there.
And so I'm coming back up it from Gallant, going back to Altoona. I'm coming up them hairpin curves. And I blacked out, I guess. When I come back to, I was about to run straight off that mountain. There's guardrails there now. So I looked up and I was about to run off. I pulled the clutch in. And I kicked that four-wheeler up on the side, and I had a helmet on. And I kicked it up on the side, and at this time the guardrails wasn't there, but the signs was that had the arrows for the curve. I kicked it up on the side, and somehow I had it up on the side hanging that curve. And the sign caught me. Mm-hmm. The pole caught me, just turned me a backflip, and the four-wheeler sat down. I had a clutch, so it just stalled itself out. And I'm laying in the road. I'm like, what in the world just happened? My helmet's all busted up. Before I had it on, it'd kill me probably. But so I'm out there looking for my glasses. I can't find my glasses. And I'm hurting. I'm like, I can't ride this thing home without my glasses. I can't see. And so I'm looking for my glasses. I'm still living at home at this time. And my mom and my granddad was in a singing group. They sung gospel music my whole life, and they were in a melody trio. And so they were going over the mountain to sing. This was on Sunday afternoon where I should have been with them, And I'm out there looking for my glasses. They come by and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm looking for my glasses. They was like, why? I was like, I just lost my glasses.
Don't look at that helmet. Or this separated shoulder right here.
I found my glasses a quarter mile back down the road. Like, I don't know what happened,
They were a quarter mile?
Yeah, that's way back there.
Good Lord.
Next day, man, I had a bruise went all the way down my sign pole bruise.
I bet you did.
You lucky.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard that story.
Oh, it hurt.
But I got one very similar to that.
Mm.
So Mitchell had one of those.
Some in the water at Walnut Grove.
Yeah, on Sunday evening.
Definitely.
I'm racing four-wheelers.
Mitchell had a 350.
No, we had exhaust.
I'm sorry, with exhaust. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mod.
And I tore out from the house, headed back toward, the way we flipped the truck, And there was a guide wire.
You was on my 4-wheeler.
Was that on your phone?
I was on your dirt bike. Yeah, and you about decapitated yourself.
Yeah. Hit that guy. I hit a guide wire, and it caught me right across the neck. Threw me off the back of the 4-wheeler, and that 4-wheeler just right in that guy's yard.
My 4-wheeler was bad luck.
Yeah, it was.
If they ain't got the yellow tube on them, those guide wires are.
That's deadly.
Oh, it was bad.
It was like coming from a house out to the road.
Yeah.
It was like a clothesline.
Yeah.
I'm on his 2-stroke dirt bike, and I'm getting it down the road. And I look over, and he's laid out in the yard. And I'm like, what happened to you?
He done crossed the middle in front of Reuben Foster.
Yeah. John Cena.
Yeah. Mr. Invisible.
Yeah, I never seen that guy wire. Or whatever, the clothesline. I mean,
You ain't seen it yet.
No, I ain't seen it now. You can go by there. I don't even know if it's there. But Mr. Phillips' old place there. Yeah, it's rough.
Before we move on with the next stories, one of the things I would like to do tonight is just recognize two of our sponsors that's been with us for a long time. Obviously, Whitney has the commercial that's it's probably as much part of the show.
Are you in trouble?
Are you in trouble? But we want to thank them. They've been with us a long time. And then also Precision Graphics. And the reason I want to bring your attention to them is I'd like to thank them on the show. They printed all of our merchandise to go to the deer show. It was a big order for us, and they got that done in plenty of time, picked that up, and just want to appreciate them. So if you guys need any hats,
Quality work.
merchandise, or mass printing as far as paper printing, you can
That's
get
really
them.
their specialty.
That's their specialty, but we like to use them for the T-shirts and the hats. But it's you can see it right there, precisiongraphics.net, and they just updated their website with some of their services. So y'all check them out if y'all need something printed. But y'all wanted to go in the church for a little bit, and we love church stories. Tell us one or two of those church stories.
So the church I went to growing up, we had youth service every Sunday night. It was just the youth.
Yeah.
We had pretty good youth, and had pretty good, numbers. We had fun. So we'd meet every Sunday night, and we'd play games, and we'd have a lesson. There's always older kids, younger kids. And me and this one guy, of course, me and him friends now. But he was 3 or 4 years older than me, so I was younger. Well, he'd always pick on me. And I don't know if he was doing it to be mean, but he'd pick on me. I don't want to be picked on. So I finally got tired of it. So he had on a West End football shirt. He was all proud of it, So I thought, he keeps picking on me. He just kept picking on me. So I reached up there and ripped the sleeve of it. And he just kept on. He went over and tied his sleeve up. Kept picking on me. There wasn't no service or nothing going on, but we was in the sanctuary. And there wasn't no grown-ups in there at this time. The youth leader and all them, which was one of my buddies' daddies. There's all fellowship hall. So he come back over and messed with me. So I just reached up there and ripped his whole shirt off. Right there in the sanctuary. And I just ripped the whole thing off. And at that point, I wished I could have been like John Cena.
Yeah, you don't see me now.
Yeah. So he said, "Oh, you want to rip shirts?" And he reached over and ripped my shirt off.
Was you at 290 at that point?
I was getting there.
Just going on.
He was this athletic football player, all the girls like muscled up. So he's standing there, and then here's me, little dumpy kid, standing there with my shirt off, and I'm like, and here comes all the youth director. They're running in there, and they're like, "What's going on?" And at this point, I'm shoving him into the piano when they run in.
Ain't nothing going on. We're just taking your shirts off.
With hot. And
air conditioner broke in his sanctuary.
They break us up. They take us back there in the Sunday school room, and they're talking to us. And his mom's one of the youth leaders, help with the youth too. She's told him he had to go home. At this point, he could drive, I guess. She made him leave. And I'm, at the moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Then I got thinking about it, and I was like, man, tomorrow at school, he's going to beat me up.
I'm going to run into him again.
But he didn't. And we still joke about it. Like, I can see him today and be like, you want to rip shirts?
Who was the youth director?
Jeff Ritchie.
Oh. Oh, Jeff.
Man, well, what did you do for a shirt? Because you couldn't leave.
Use one of them blankets, one of the ladies' blankets.
Yeah,
they're not Pentecostal. They ain't got them blankets.
It was too late at the time, so I just, rode it out, went on home.
Okay. I was fixing to say, I didn't know if you just went on through the service shirtless.
Well, we might have been about done, really. I can't remember. I don't remember what I done. I remember my sister could drive at this time, and I rode home with her, and she's making fun of me because I'm sitting there without my shirt on, because I got it ripped off.
Good times in church.
Yeah.
It was.
That youth director that was he's the pastor of this church now. We were all young, and he had one of those Forerunners that had the, I don't know, it was like a 94, 95 with the roll down back window.
Mm-hmm.
So he loaded us all in the truck, and we were all in the back. We're in the, the trunk part of the Forerunner. And he says, we're going to go to Dairy Queen. We're going to get some ice cream. Come on back to church. When church turns out, everybody goes home, Well, that's about the same time that they're cruising Boaz.
I
And,
probably don't know what you're talking about.
well,
Oh, no, I know.
Cruise and Boaz.
yeah.
Yeah, we did the same thing, just in
Coleman.
other towns. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all cruise Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boaz is a long way for us.
Nah. So we had a bag full he had a bag full of rubber bands in the back of that Forerunner. I don't know why. We was taking the rubber bands and shooting them at everybody going down the road,
Oh, yeah.
because we were going real slow right down the middle of Boaz. Nobody thought to look behind us, straight behind us, and go, "There's a cop car there." About that time, blue lights lit him up. We got a whole Youthful, but in his Forerunner.
Boof.
Nobody got a seatbelt on.
Nobody got a seatbelt on. I don't think it has a law back in.
I don't think so either.
And man, I seen him madder one other time, but I don't remember seeing him that mad ever again.
Did y'all get to get Dairy Queen? Or no, y'all just turned it around?
This was after the Dairy Queen trip.
Oh, you sugared up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Dairy Queen first.
Yeah. It was a pretty good excuse,
I love telling church stories, but you guys have known each other for a long time, and y'all have a couple more stories that y'all want to tell about growing up and friendship.
You want to tell it?
You tell it.
Well, somebody tell it.
I can't wait.
We're in Aniana
Anto.
at Walmart.
Juanana.
This is back 2005 maybe. And we had one cop in Altoona at this time. His name was Tommy.
Heard.
And so
now we know.
he's a police. We got a relationship with him. He's the only police in Altoona. We're hanging out in Altoona every night. So one of our buddies got a new vehicle. So Tommy didn't know it. He knew the rest of us. So we're at Walmart. We see the pantyhose in Walmart. We're like, let's buy some pantyhose.
Yeah, we got to have them.
Put them over our head.
Mm-hmm.
So we call Tommy and we say, hey, there's some guys leaving Aniana Walmart right now, headed back towards Altoona. They're in a black, what was it?
Call the cops on this.
Two-door
Explorer.
Explorer.
We said, they look sketchy. They got pantyhose on their head. They might be coming to rob the bank. So he was gung-ho. Ain't nothing going on in Altoona. He's ready to do
This
something.
is his moment.
We come creeping back by City Hall there, and we all got pantyhose socked over our heads looking at him. And he just looks at us, and we take a right, and we go up by the Exchange Bank there in Altoona. Nick's screaming the whole time, pull in, pull in. I'm like, don't pull in. He'll shoot us at the bank. Don't pull in. So we go on up the hill to the rec center. We used to all hang out. We're just sitting there. He pulls up behind us, gets on the intercom. Driver, get out with your hands up. And we're all just sitting there like, what are we going to do now? And it was like, it's your idea, Nick. You get out. So we sat there for like 5-6 minutes, and you can hear it in his voice. He's thinking, what's he going to do? And we're like, well, he's going to call for backup if we don't get out. So we forced Nick to get out. Tommy sees him get out. He gets out, throws him up against the side of the car, throws him in cuffs, throws him in the back of the car.
With his pantyhose on the head?
He probably had him on his legs at this point.
Oh, he done put him on his, slipped him on.
He said, I ain't going to do nothing to him. He said, but I'm going to make him sit in there a minute.
He got to let that heart rate calm down.
Look, I was sweating.
I know.
Being a PK, I thought,
we could have got shot.
Man.
Something like that. Pulling the bank.
I'm going to jail. Because I'm sitting by,
Did you have that Tacoma yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you were good then.
Yeah.
And we done wrecked that Tacoma.
Man. That's the scariest moment in my life. Probably.
Man. Ain't no way.
So he did a good job.
He scared me. He said,
he was in the cop car. He couldn't hear what Tommy was saying to us. He thought he's in for it. He's going to jail.
I'll never do that again.
That was and done.
Yeah. You don't mess with them. No.
He didn't ask that question.
That's right.
It's stupid. Yes, it is, but let's do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
That was a lot of that.
We had good police in Altoona, though, growing up. We always just had one.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it was one of my cousins, Robin.
So there was a time there in Altoona that somebody escaped from prison somewhere. And they were running around Altoona, Walnut Grove, something like that, hiding. I don't know. Well, we was hanging out at Robin's house. Josh is his son, and we were all hanging out there. And me and my buddy Robert, we might have had some different kind of beverages, and we were riding down the road, and Robin pulls up behind us in his Jeep, and he said, I need your truck. I got to go over here. Guys, I can't go in my Jeep. He'll think that I'm a policeman, and he'll run. I'm going to pull up in your truck, take it over there. I looked at Robert. Robert's driving my truck because we kind of been enjoying ourselves. And I looked at Robert and I said, what are we going to do? He goes, I don't know. Just get everything out of here. I said, all right, whatever. So I grabbed my paraphernalia. He grabs his paraphernalia. And we jump in the Jeep, the police Jeep. And Robin takes off in our truck. And as he's taking off, he's like hammering on it. And bottles are going everywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
We get in the Jeep. And we pull back up at Robin's house, and we turn the lights and the siren on. And they come outside. There's like probably 10, 15, of our friends there. What are y'all doing? What? Dad's going to kill you.
We've done acquired a Jeep.
The police Jeep.
It's the police Jeep.
Yeah.
You picked up on that. Mm-hmm. I'm really struggling to find any intelligence in this story.
He pulls back up, and he said, I ought to kill you too.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be a sentence of some sort.
He said, you're staying here tonight.
You're lucky that's all he said.
Staying at the jail of Robin.
Yeah. We stayed at the jail of Robin a lot, all the time.
Man, that is bad to worst, to worser to worstest.
Yeah. I got to have your truck. I looked at Robert, and he said, I don't know, just get your stuff and get out. And
just give it to him.
Yeah.
That's like a movie, ain't it?
Yeah. Just give it to him. And I mean, like, nobody would do that now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm telling you, the things that we got away with
are really a lot.
I mean,
one night we were in Altoona with the same Toyota. At this time, Altoona had a church. The churches around there, softball league, which they don't do that now.
Yeah.
We got one softball field there in Altoona to wreck. And it's down the hill from where we used to hang out. So everybody's hanging out down there, softball, Friday or Saturday night. Whole town's there. Ain't nothing else to do. Whole town's down here watching these softball games. Well, we go to the grocery store. We've been doing this for a few weeks. And we get bread crates. Them big bread crates.
Mm-hmm.
We'd get two of them. We'd sit in one. We'd put our feet in the other one. We had a ski rope tied to the back of that Toyota. We'd pull each other around Altoona and down the roads. We'd been doing it a couple of weeks. And I was usually sitting on the tail. We got a lot of this on videotape somewhere. And we come off that hill. The whole town's there. We come off that hill. And then bread crates come off there and turn. And we're flying, pulling somebody on bread crates. Here comes Robin. He's like, what y'all doing? We're crate skating, man. What are you doing? I was like, we've been doing this for 2 weeks. He said, yeah, but y'all ain't been doing it in front of the whole town. He said, y'all come off that hill, and every one of them looked at me like, what are you going to do about this? He said, y'all going to have to take that over there somewhere. He said, He said, don't come off with with the whole town sitting there watching you.
You ain't got to quit doing it, but you got to quit doing it right here.
You got to quit doing it in front of the whole town.
But the bad thing about them crates was you were on asphalt.
That's what I was wondering. They couldn't last that long.
No.
Well, our buddy owned the grocery store there, and we had a stack.
You'd have to let go. Because when you felt that heat,
oh yeah,
it was end. And you better not be going too fast, because then you're going to get into some high.
Quick.
Who was it we sent up in the woods?
That was me.
Oh.
We were up there in the wreck, and we were just going in circles. And just, trying to make it. You've seen them
like
videos.
Pulling an inner tube behind them.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I couldn't hang on. And it hit me. And I went, boom. And it went off a hill. And I don't know how I didn't break any bones. It was bad.
Cut him loose. I got an announcement I got to make.
Oh, tell them.
August 1st, we're going to be at the Hopkins County Outdoors Expo 2025. And that's going to be in Hopkins County, Kentucky. Let's see what city that's in. It doesn't say on here.
How can they find it?
It's in Madisonville, Kentucky.
How would they find that?
I think you would search Hopkins County's Outdoors Expo 2025. It's Friday and Saturday, August 1st, August 2nd, from 3 to 8 on Friday and 8 to 7 on Saturday.
Is that you and Rob?
No, it's not going to be Rob. It's going to be me and Josh.
You and Josh, the CTO.
So y'all come see us out there in Kentucky, in Madisonville, Kentucky. If you're going to be there, Phil's not going to be making it. He's going to be on vacation.
I can't make it that time.
Yeah.
One more thing before we get to the word is, if you've enjoyed the show so far, if you've enjoyed the storytelling, just a reminder, subscribes are free. And we'd love for you to subscribe to the show if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching or if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, and we appreciate a follow, and then also a review. I know that's asking a lot, but on the audio,
Y'all been a little needy right now.
Well, look, the audio is super helpful on Apple and Spotify for you to leave a rating and rate it honestly. If it's a 1 star, 1 star,
hey, tell
5
us.
star.
Tell us what we can do better.
We love it.
Leave your opinion.
Yeah, don't make fun of me unless you tell me how to do better.
They're like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. And they all stink.
Some of them have fuzz in them.
That is the true statement. Mine does from time to time.
Tonight we're in Matthew 5. Before I read this passage, I'm going to do that.
Oh, look here what I got.
New haircut.
Thanks, Judith.
I need a haircut. It is a little bit of a lengthy passage, but I want you to stick with me because it's all together and we need the whole thing. It's going to be Matthew 5, 21 through 26. Words in red here. This is Jesus speaking. You have heard that our ancestors were told, you must not murder. If you commit murder, you are subject to judgment. But I say to you, if you are even angry with someone, you're subject to judgment. If you call someone an idiot, you are in danger of being brought before the court. And if you curse someone, you're in danger of the fires of hell. So, if you are presenting a sacrifice at the altar in the temple and you suddenly remember that someone has something against you, leave your sacrifice there at the altar, go and be reconciled to that person, then come and offer your sacrifice to God. When you're on the way to court with your adversary, settle your differences quickly. Otherwise, your accuser may hand you over to the judge, who will hand you over to an officer, and you'll be thrown into prison. And if that happens, you surely won't be free again until you have paid the last penny. Right there at the beginning, Jesus makes an obvious statement. He brings back a 10 commandment truth, thou shalt not murder. And he says, that's true. But he takes that and he makes it even more strict, because the Pharisees, the religious leaders, had just accused Jesus of, not following the law. And he was saying, no, I'm not only following the law, I'm telling you how it should be exactly interpreted. And he turns murder into anger. So the offense is anger. And calling somebody an idiot or calling somebody a fool. And he says that if you call somebody a fool, you're in danger of the fires of hell. That's pretty strong punishment. What I love here is when we get to verse 23, and this allows us to see the heart of how serious Jesus was. He says, if you go to the temple today, it'd be the church. If you go to the church to worship God and you are angry with somebody, or you have somebody that's angry with you because there's something you've done, don't even worship. Don't bring your sacrifice. Don't sing your songs. Don't lift your hands. Don't sit there and listen to the Lord. Take yourself and go to that person that you're angry with and reconcile with them. And then when you reconcile with them, then come back and worship, and your sacrifice will be accepted by God. That's strong. And if you think about that for just a minute, and this may speak to some of you guys, when you go into worship on Sunday or Wednesday or whatever, and you bring in that anger, what are you thinking about the whole time? Are you thinking about what the songs are singing? Are you thinking about what the pastor's preaching? No. Your mind's totally distracted. And that's not what God deserves. God deserves our full attention. And that's what Jesus is saying. Before you even try to worship, go and be reconciled. And the last part of that, where he says, when you're on the way to the court with your adversary, settle your differences quickly. What does that tell us? Don't delay. If you've been mad at somebody for a long time, or even if you've just been mad for a few minutes, go ahead and make your apology. Reconcile with your brother right then. And like we've all experienced, the longer you delay seeking to make peace with somebody and reconcile, the harder it is. It's harder to make the phone call. It's harder to have the conversation. And Jesus is saying to do it quickly. And so he takes the sin of murder and he makes it even more focused on anger. Because I would say, because murder is not just accidentally killing somebody.
No.
Murder is premeditated. And I could almost guarantee every murder that's ever occurred began with anger. And then it flourished into murder. So this is a good word to keep you out of prison. It's a good word to reconcile with your brothers. And it's a good word to allow the next time you go to the house of God and worship, for you to be fully present and to worship him as he deserves to be worshiped.
He's worthy.
Y'all got any thoughts over there, fellas? Does that sum it up?
That sums it up.
He said that sums it up.
Well,
we're going to sum it up here at the Hayden Alabama Podcast tonight. We appreciate you guys for coming all the way from Altoona Mountaintop. If you hadn't heard of Mountaintop Flea Market, I don't know where you've been.
Hey, and if you ain't ever been to Walnut Grove Quick Stop, go over and get you one of them cotton candy slushies.
They'll take care of you.
You talking about make you put a puppy full of freight train, boy.
I heard that. That's a cotton candy?
A cotton candy slushie at the what is it's not the Quick Stop. What is that little gas station there at the
in Walnut Grove?
Yeah.
West End Grocery.
West End Grocery.
You asking the right people, sounds like.
The ones that know it.
KJN.
Well, that's going to do it this week at the Hayden Alabama Podcast. I'm Philip.
I'm Shane.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Brandon.
We'll see you guys next week.